Most people think they're using AI, but in reality, they're just scratching the surface.
AI just crossed a line.
The AI future is not going to be won by hand-wringing about safety.
They ask AI a question, they get a mediocre answer, and think, is this it? And then they quietly conclude, AI is overrated. That's because they're missing the single most important skill of this new era. It's not prompt engineering, it's not coding, it's AI fluency. This isn't just for techies, it's the fundamental skill for anyone who wants to stay relevant. This is how you actually outcompete your old self using AI. Reflect for a moment. What challenges have you encountered trying to get AI to do exactly what you want? Was it the AI, or was it that you weren't AI fluent? Today we're going to break down AI fluency into 5 parts. The first part is, what is AI fluency? Number 2, why it's the ultimate career multiplier. Number 3, the 16 skills that you need to be AI fluent. Number 4, how you move from a casual user to a power operator. And number 5, how to understand the hard limitations of AI. By the end of this video, you'll be more confident, more capable, and truly AI fluent. Let's get started. What is AI fluency? AI fluency is the ability to think with AI, not just use it. Most people treat AI like Google. You ask a question, you get a response, and you're done. But fluency is not that. Fluency is a partnership. The casual user says, write this for me. That's simple delegation. The fluent operator says, let's build this together. That's augmentation. Fluency means you know how to guide the model, challenge its logic, and collaborate to reach a creative breakthrough that neither of you could achieve alone. One is a copy-paste job, the other is your competitive advantage. And here's the uncomfortable truth. If you're not AI fluent, you're competing against people who are. They are the ones who are going to win in the AI era. Let's take an example of this very script. It took a day to create. You ask why? When AI can write a first draft in seconds. Because I didn't ask AI to just write this video. We brainstormed the fluency framework, we debated the skills, and we refined the tone together. This script is a 60-40 collaborative effort. That's not just my opinion. I asked the AI to score the effort contributed by me, which is 60%, versus the AI, which was 40%. Now let's move on to why AI fluency is no longer optional. Because simple access is not the advantage. Everyone has the same chatbot. The advantage is now your skill. AI amplifies the quality of your own thoughts. If you're vague, AI will be mediocre. If you're sharp, the AI is even more powerful. And if you're careless, AI turns into a liability. In this era, the winners aren't those that are asking the most questions. They're the ones who are going to stress test the outputs and make the strongest final decisions. Now let's get to the meat of this video, the 16 skills of the AI fluent. Don't worry, we have broken these 16 skills across 4 competencies. Keep in mind, you don't need to use all 16 skills every time, just the ones you feel are relevant to the specific job you're doing. Let's start with competence 1, the direction, the North Star. This is describing exactly what you need. Number 1, understand the goal. Clearly define the specific outcome you need before starting. This keeps the AI's logic aligned with your target from the very first word. Number 2, define the audience. Explicitly state who the output is for and lock in the complexity level. Is this for a CEO or for a 5-year-old child? Number 3, specify the format. Dictate the exact layout, the length, and the structure. Do you want poetic? Do you want essay? Do you want bullets? Number 4, communicate the tone. Describe the personality and the voice that you want for the task. Do you want a friendly tone, a humorous tone, or a witty tone? The AI will adjust the output. This is where AI really shines. Number 5, set the interaction mode. Tell the AI to act as a director, a critic, a coach, or a researcher. This sets the behavioral boundaries of how the AI works with you. Now let's get real. I used AI to help me build the script, and this is how I started. I told the AI the following. The topic of this video is AI fluency. We are building a framework for professionals and students that is instructional and educational. We will be building a YouTube script format focused on retention to use a friendly, jargon-free tone, and I told my AI to act as a creative director to help me organize my thoughts. Number 2, this is the second biggest competence, which is about context and strategy. This sets the frame. This is where most of the users actually fail. Number 1, identify the context. Provide the background information that the AI doesn't have. This fills the knowledge gaps that general training data cannot see. Number 2, set the constraints. Describe and define the strict no-go zones and requirements. This stops the AI from using cringe buzzwords or off-brand ideas. Number 3, provide examples. Share a gold standard sample to show the AI what quality looks like. This is the fastest way to align its style with your expectations. Number 4, break down complex tasks into steps. Divide massive projects into small, logical milestones. This prevents the model from getting lost or giving shallow answers. And number 5, use a consulting approach. Ask the AI for a strategy before it starts writing. This ensures you're both moving in the right direction before any time is wasted. How did I use all of these tips for my script? I provided the following context. I am a podcaster that creates AI videos for YouTube. I gave it my rough thoughts as context and banned technical jargon, and then asked the AI to contribute its own unique insights. Then we mapped out a 5-part outline strategically before drafting a single line of dialogue. Then we worked through each section one by one, creating the content, breaking down each of them as a unique task. Now let's move on to competence 3. This is iteration, iteration, iteration. This is the engine that makes AI give you that wow result and the strongest predictor of whether you're AI fluent or not. Number 1, iterate and refine. Treat every response as a rough draft, never a final product. This is the mindset as how you chip away at a draft until it becomes your masterpiece. Number 2, ask the AI for improvement. Invite the AI to critique itself and find its own logic gaps. This forces the model to evaluate and improve its work based on your own specific metrics. And number 3, provide feedback. You need to give direct, honest corrections to AI on what worked and what didn't. This trains the AI's focus and steers the conversation back on track. How I used all these tips for this script. When I got the first draft of this, I felt, oh my God, this is too wordy. I gave feedback to the AI to cut the fluff and rewrite it for maximum impact for YouTube. I even asked 2 different AIs to rate and give improvement tips for the script when we reached version 6. At that point, it was rated at 8.5. I then iterated with AI until we hit a 10. And when you're asking AI to rate the script, ask it to be a critic. Now let's move on to competence 4, which is critical thinking, setting the guardrails. This is what protects your reputation. Number 1, question weak reasoning. Challenge the logic behind AI suggestions to ensure they are sound. This stops you from following hallucinated advice just because it's well written. Number 2, check the facts. Take 100% responsibility for verifying every date, every claim, or every stat the AI provides. Number 3, invite pushback. Explicitly ask the AI to disagree with you or find flaws in your plan. This pressure tests your ideas and reveals blind spots you may have missed. How did I use this? I challenged the AI to justify why all 16 skills were important. I asked it to identify the weakest sections where viewers were likely to drop off. I also had it push back on my intro to ensure we opened with the strongest possible hook. We also created many variations for the hook. But behind the scenes is where the real work happens. And let's talk now about what it actually took to create this script. This video took over 6 hours of scripting work. You heard that correctly. The cognitive hours spent collaborating with the AI were about 3. My own reflection and editing took another 3. We went through 12 rounds of iteration. And here is the wow number. Only 15% of version 1 survived to version 12. The script went through 3 distinct phases. Phase 1 was structuring, mapping out the outline and mapping out the 16 skills. Phase 2 was the integration, working on each section one by one and developing podcaster examples to make the theory practical. Phase 3 was polish, refining the tone from academic to YouTube ready. The lesson for me and for everyone is that if I had stopped at version 1, it would have been a generic 2 out of 10 video. Because I stayed in the conversation, I now have a 10 out of 10 asset as per the final rating of AI, and also that I was satisfied with the script. The script, according to AI, reached 10 status because it satisfied the 3 pillars of high-performing educational content: authority, utility, and storytelling. But don't take that number too seriously. Be satisfied with the output because you're responsible for the output. Now, how do you level up today? How do you move to the top 1% of AI users? For that, you need to start practicing 5 behaviors immediately. The first one, and the simplest, use AI daily. Not once a week, not occasionally, daily. And be curious, because the real power comes when you try new tools, explore updates, test voices, images, coding, agents, and automation. Number 2, constantly stay in the conversation. Don't start a new chat for every tweet. The magic happens in your follow-up questions and your iterations. Number 3, rate and review. Ask the AI on a scale of 1 to 10, how well does this meet my goal? Then ask, what could make it a 10? Number 4, cross-model variation. Run the same prompt through 2 different AI models to get much more polished final results and more ideas. And number 5, set the terms. Tell the AI, don't just agree with me, push back on my logic. Remember, AI fluency isn't about better prompts, it's about better thinking. These 5 behaviors alone will separate you from the 80% of users. Now let's move on to part 5, which is understanding the limitations of AI. To be a power user, you need to know where AI hits a hole. Watch for these 5 things. Knowledge cutoff dates. Every AI has an expiry date on its training, and it only knows the data until its training date. That is why it is so bad at real-time news or just breaking information. Number 2, hallucinations. AI can invent facts with total confidence, and you need to be aware of that, and hence you need to cross-check every single number. Number 3 is the context window. In a very long chat, the AI can forget the beginning, or at times, AI is unable to forget a mistake. Number 4, the probabilistic nature. AI predicts the next word. It doesn't know a fact. It doesn't know information like a database does, and you need to remember that. Number 5, there can be reasoning gaps. AI can still fail at complex logic that a human catches instantly. That's where you really shine. The AI era doesn't belong to people who write the code the fastest. It now belongs to people who think the clearest. Start treating your AI as a partner, not as a tool, and watch your productivity explode. AI fluency is the new literacy. Don't get left behind. Now tell me, which one of these 16 skills is your weakest right now? Let me know in the comments, and you can download my AI fluency checklist in the description. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.